I remember the old man who lived in our quiet town, always by his window with a box of jigsaw puzzles. I was just a curious boy when I wandered into his yard and asked why he spent his days alone. He smiled and held up a tiny puzzle piece, saying, "Each piece tells a story." One day, he handed me a special puzzle box, trembling with emotion. Inside were images of our time together, moments captured in fragments. It taught me that life is like a puzzle, where every connection, every shared moment is a vital piece of a bigger, beautiful picture.
It was a snowy winter day, and I was on a mission to build the biggest snowman Frostville had ever seen. Stretching really be by noon, but then I was surrounded by seasoned yogis, all bending with a carrot nose like pretzels, button eyes, and a scarf I may or may not have touched my toes without sounding like a Ellie and Jake were amazed. Then came the downward suggested entering the snowman competition, and I couldn't help but grin, declaring myself the future champion. Giraffe. But then there was just when I thought it couldn't get worse, our grumpy neighbor who despised snowmen. My favorite sweatpants that night split right down my yard with a hairdryer. In a panic, I tried to cover the tear, but the next morning things was a bit lopsided, so I tripped over my own feet and landed face first on the decoy snowman rigged with traps. The overly enthusiastic instructor, and air horns, came over and said, "You're doing great." Snodgrass fell for it. I looked slipping on red face and crashing into the confetti snowman. The air horn blasted, waking up the whole neighborhood. So, lesson learned. I couldn't stop laughing. Great for the body, but it can be a disaster for your wardrobe. And surprisingly,
so
Mrs.
I walk into this fancy restaurant, right? Starving, desperate for food. I sit down and tell the waiter, "I'm in a hurry. Can you get my order to me as fast as possible?"
Guy living in a
He looks at me
apartment.
dead serious and says,
Everything
"You're in
changed
luck,
the night
sir.
I discovered
We have
my
the fastest
secondhand
service in the
fridge
world."
glowing with
Moments
a
later,
neon
he
blue
slaps a
light.
steaming
Curiosity
plate of
got the
gourmet
best of
pasta
me.
in front of me.
Before I knew
I'm
it,
wide-eyed,
I was
thinking,
sucked
"How
into
did
a
you do that so
parallel world
quickly?"
where
He
vegetables,
beams and says,
carrots
"Our
were
head chef,
soldiers,
Mr. Johnson,
and broccoli
is a
was
world
king.
record holder.
While I was
He can whip up a
mistaken for a
3-course meal in
legendary
under 5
hero
minutes."
destined to save
I take a
them
bite
from
and it's
evil
incredible.
chaos. With a
But then I
magical
ask,
whisk-ing
how did he
hand,
make this
I
pasta so
trained
fast?
under the
It's
eccentric
perfect.
stir cellar.
The waiter leans in and
Preparing
whispers,
for the most
"Well,
ridiculous
he's been
battle of
cooking
my
the same
life.
dish
I
every day
whipped
for
up a
10 years."
tornado of cream
I frown.
that turned
Wait,
the
10
banana
years?
army into
So he's just
harmless
reheating the
desserts.
same pasta.
Victorious.
The waiter
I
grins.
returned home to find
Exactly.
my fridge
He pretends to
transformed,
cook it
now
fresh so people
producing
think he's a
endless gourmet
genius.
snacks
I'm
as a
stunned.
reward
So
for
this
my
isn't
hero.
even fresh?
But late at
He
night,
winks.
that
"Oh,
fridge
it's fresh,
hums
just fresh from
ominously.
yesterday."
And I
I
can't
pause
shake the
horrified.
feeling that the
"So I
keys
just
to
ate
plotting
leftover
something.
pasta?"
Who knew a
He
$10
smiles.
fridge could
Technically,
lead to
yes.
such wild
But with the right
adventures?
presentation,
Always
it's a
keep
gourmet
whipped cream handy.
experience.
You never know when
I
it'll
can't
make it.
believe it.
Every
So this place
laundry
is just
day,
one
I
big
faced
food
the
illusion?
same tragedy.
He shrugs.
My socks
"Welcome to the future
mysteriously
of dining.
vanished, leaving
You
me
should
with
try
a
the
drawer
dessert.
full of
It's cake from
mismatched
last week,
pears.
but with a
This
sprinkle
time,
of
it
mystery."
was my favorite. The bright yellow one with pizza slices. I couldn't let this go unpunished. I donned my detective hat, an old fedora I found buried under a pile of unmatched socks, and set out to solve the mystery. First suspect, the washing machine. I confronted it, flashlight in hand, half expecting a sock goblin to pop out. Nothing. Next, I interrogated my golden retriever, Max, holding up a sock like a badge. His innocent tail wagging felt like a confession. Just when I was about to give up, I spotted a trail of lint leading outside. Crouching like a detective, I followed it to the backyard tree and discovered a squirrel dragging my sock to its nest. I couldn't believe it. I climbed up to find not just my sock, but 15 mismatched ones, all slightly chewed. Triumphant, I returned to the ground, waving my spoils like trophies. From that day on, I hung my socks to dry indoors, while the squirrel probably wondered why its stylish decor disappeared. Some people have thieves in the night. I had a fashion-forward
It was
squirrel.
Christmas Eve, and I was in Grandpa's workshop, decorating the tree. While hanging ornaments, I noticed a glowing snow globe with gears spinning inside. Grandpa tried to brush it off, but when he left for Coco, I pressed a button. The next thing I knew, I was standing in Santa's workshop. The elves were panicking because the magical Christmas star powering everything had stopped working, and Christmas was doomed. I know someone who can fix it. I shouted and zapped back to Grandpa's workshop. Together, we examined the star and found it jammed with leftover magic, too much holiday cheer from the elves watching Christmas movies. Grandpa had a crazy idea. We'd channel everyone's Christmas spirit back into the star. We got the elves, reindeer, and even Santa to sing, horribly, until the star lit up again. Santa flew off just in time, leaving me a mini snow globe gadget and a note, "Keep solving problems, kiddo. The North Pole needs people like you." Best Christmas ever.
So, the other day, I decided to try out the voice-to-text feature on my phone to send a message. I confidently dictated, "Hey, I'll meet you at the cafe at 4 p.m. But what did my phone hear? "Hey, I'll eat your cat for free." Panic mode activated. I frantically yelled, "No, no, and oh." And it somehow translated to, "Yes, yes, yes." At this point, I'm just watching my friendships and dignity crumble in real time. I mean, how do you even recover from that? Finally, I just gave up and typed, "Ignore everything. See you at the cafe. Sorry about your cat." Lesson learned. Technology doesn't just betray you, it roasts you. Next time, I'm sticking to good old-fashioned typing.
I decided to join a gym, not for fitness, but to impress the cute girls I saw through the window on my way to work. On my first day, I spotted this elaborate contraption with ropes and pulleys and thought, this is it. Time to look like a pro. So, I strutted over, flexed a little too much, and started pulling random ropes, grunting loudly while sneaking glances at the girls. I noticed them whispering and giggling, and I felt like a legend. I cranked up the intensity, even attempted a one-armed move. That's when a trainer walked up, barely holding back laughter, and said, "Dude, need a hand?" I smirked and said, "Nah, just showing the ladies how it's done." He nodded, then casually mentioned, "Cool, but you're using the coat rack, and that's Karen's purse you're lifting." The girls erupted in laughter, and I turned bright red, mumbling something about innovative workouts. I casually walked out, and just like that, the gym became my never returning again zone.
I stumbled upon this old vending machine with a sign that read, "Your wish, my command." Naturally, I thought, why not give it a shot? I said, "I wish for a sandwich." The machine rumbled and spat out a single flip-flop. A flip-flop. I couldn't believe it. Undeterred, I tried again. "I wish for a sports car." It clunked and delivered a Matchbox toy car. Seriously? Frustrated, I yelled, "I wish you'd actually work properly." The machine shuddered, beeped, and then, get this, a new sign popped out of service. I was ready to walk away, muttering about my luck, when suddenly, it whirred again and dropped a note that said, "Last wish, granted." I grabbed it, confused, and then, out of nowhere, a chicken appeared, clucked, and laid an actual sandwich right in front of me. Talk about a twist.
I stumbled upon this old, dusty lamp at a garage sale, and the seller, looking like he just crawled out of a cave, grinned and said, "It's magical. $5. Naturally, I bought it. Who can resist a deal like that? So I get home, give it a polish, and poof, a genie appears, yawning like he just woke up from a nap. He says he'll grant me 3 wishes, but no wishing for more wishes. I'm excited and blurt out, I want to be rich. Suddenly, I'm surrounded by piles of cash, gold, and diamonds. I'm feeling on top of the world. Then I think, why not take it up a notch? I say, I want to be irresistible to women. Poof! I look down and oh no, I'm a giant chocolate bar. The genie smirks and says, irresistible to women? Nailed it. I scream. This is not what I meant. But the genie's already vanished. Now I'm stuck with a sweet life, literally.
So, my buddy Alex and I were totally bored one afternoon and stumbled upon this giant cardboard box in my attic. We thought, why not turn it into a time machine? Genius, right? We scribbled time machine in big letters, cut a little door, and plopped it on the sidewalk. I climbed inside while Alex played the time technician outside. We were just goofing around yelling, setting time to 2120 when a neighbor walked by. Alex, quick on his feet, said, "It's a time machine. Wanna try it?" The guy laughed and actually stepped inside. I couldn't help myself. From inside, I yelled, "It's horrible. The future is ruined. No trees, no animals. Everything's plastic. Get out while you can." He freaked out and bolted down the street like he was escaping a horror movie. I peeked out and shouted, "Hey, you forgot your phone." He froze, turned around and asked, "Wait, this was a joke, right?" I just shrugged and said, "Nope. It's 2120 now. Phones are banned. Good luck out there." The look on his face, absolutely priceless.
"I'm worried I'm losing my memory," I confessed. "How long has this been happening?" I blinked, puzzled, and replied, "What's been happening?" "You just said you're losing your memory." I shrugged. "I don't remember saying that." "What do you forget?" "Oh, you know, my phone, my keys, sometimes even what I had for breakfast." "Have you considered seeing a doctor?" "Oh, I don't need to. I know exactly what's causing it." "What's causing it?" "It's my toaster. Every time I use it, I forget what I was doing right after. I think it's messing with my head. I'm going to throw it out." "Don't worry, I'll be fine. Just need a new toaster, and maybe some memory foam pillows for my bed."